Hey guys, how's it going? So in this video, we're going to be talking about Nikola Motors being valued at $11 billion. So I came across this video today before I came across Jeremy's video regarding how much Nikola Motors is valued at. And this guy was saying that the pro forma was 82.1 million shares, which would evaluate the entire, both companies combined, the shell company and Nikola Motors combined, to be worth $4.7 billion. And then Jeremy comes out with a video saying that Nikola Motor has 403 million shares held privately. So when the two company merges, the share amount will boom in a big way. So I was like, you know what? Where's he found his information? I should do my own research. So after some looking around, I noticed this. Pre-merger surge drives Nikola Motors value to $12 billion. $12 billion for a company that makes zero revenue and has a little less than $1 billion of cash on the balance sheet. About $720 million of cash, according to this article. U.S. change. So based on 403 million Nikola shares that will be available at a $30 price, would make Nikola worth $12 billion, more than the value of CHN Industry NV, its largest investor. I would not pay $12 billion for a spec stock. $12 billion is a lot of money for a company that is making semi-trucks that is powered by hydrogen. I mean, they're also making electric battery trucks, but I wouldn't count on I still think that Elon Musk is going to beat them when it comes to the Cybertruck, because Tesla is so much more advanced and they can mass produce the Cybertruck versus Nikola Motors, which I don't think they'll be able to mass produce their trucks. Their truck is probably for 2024. The electric truck's not going to come anytime soon, and in another 4 years it might come out if everything goes perfectly, unless the company somehow, mismanage their money and completely go bankrupt, which is a possibility. $11 billion is extremely hyped. It's like a big giant bubble right now, in my opinion. It's at $25.79, so let's knock $2 billion off of that. So we're talking about $10 billion company right now. Still a little expensive for me. I would, if this thing crashes back to $10, yeah, I would probably pick up some, but not at $25. I'm thinking that when it opens on on Friday tomorrow, I'm thinking that this stock is going to crash to $20, probably bounce around. So it's probably going to crash to $20, bounce around between $20 to maybe $22 whole day. And then Monday will probably be another big crash to around $15. And then it'll probably stabilize at $15 for a while until the reverse merger happens. At least that's my opinion. I don't know for sure. But 403 million shares dilution. Right now, they have a total amount of 30 million shares. You add on 400 million shares. Not sure what that 400 million shares is priced at on the private market, but even if it's like priced at $10, that's you're still looking at huge dilution in this stock, and the valuation is going to skyrocket. But, I don't at the end of the day, I don't move the markets. I really don't think retail investors move the market, because this stock moving up $5 is like $100 million. And anybody that has above $10 million in cash, I wouldn't consider them a retail investor. I say anybody with $1 million between one between $1 million and lower, I would call those guys the retail investors. And I highly doubt a bunch of retail investors is going to be dumping a lot of money in. I honestly think there is a mix of rich investors in here, and they are pumping this stock up. So even if Jeremy bashes this stock tomorrow, it still might not crash. It might go out green. If it does, be happy, because this is not financial advice at all, but take your profits. If you are green, if you're in the green on this, take your profit. You're buying into a $12 billion valuation. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I do have some put options on VTIQ. I hope I cash out on that pretty decently, but I'm betting tomorrow when the options open up, I'm betting a ton of people are going to be buying put options around $22.50 or maybe even $20. That's what I think is going to happen tomorrow. A massive amount of people are going to be buying either $22.50 put options or $20 put options. I think it's going to skyrocket tomorrow, but that's my opinion, and I don't know exactly if that's going to happen. We will see. Moving forward, remember Space when it went to $40 and it was valued at $10 billion? What happened? It crashed. It went all the way back to valued at a $3.3 billion. So be really careful with VTIQ. I think it's going to crash, but that's my opinion. At the end of the day, if it's green tomorrow, I know it's not the retail investors, because Jeremy just came out and said, oh, look, 403 million shares dilution. I'm not buying it unless the stock price goes way down. And after looking at it, after doing my research, I think this is heavily overvalued for such a spec play that makes zero revenue. I would rather throw my money into Space than I would on VTIQ. That's my opinion. But Space does have a problem right now. What's his name? Richard Branson, who owns Virgin Group, is selling 25 million shares of Virgin Galactic Holdings to Credit Suisse Security, or through Credit Suisse Security, so he's basically selling it to the public. This could cause pressure on the stock, and we could see evaluations of $2 billion, $1 billion. If Virgin Galactic went to $1 billion, I'm loading the boat up on that one, because I would rather gamble on Virgin Galactic long term than I would on VTIQ. VTIQ is just pure speculation gambling, in my opinion. Space is gambling, but Space is cool. I mean, their business model is cool, and the guy that is backing Virgin, he is a heavy investor in Tesla. He made a lot of money off Tesla. He is a big Tesla bull, and now he helped Virgin Galactic go public through a reverse merger similar to VTIQ. So the fact that he's on board, and the fact that and he's like very, very positive about the company, and I like the business model. It's cool. You go on there's a possibility in the future where it could be space travel, where they would take you from from the United States to maybe China or Japan in like an hour, versus on a plane that would take you 20 hours. I think that's pretty cool, being able to fly in space and getting to your destination in an hour. So, and then if you look at American Airlines, $3.87 billion versus, this is an established business. The only problem is it could go bankrupt, of course. But I would rather pay money and gamble on American Airlines than I would on VTIQ or even Cresco Carnival Corp. A $9 billion valuation versus VTIQ $11 billion valuation and generates zero revenue. At least long term on this, if people go take cruises again, this thing could go back to, I don't know, I guess $50 and make you a lot of money. I would rather gamble on Carnival going back to 50 than VTIQ going to like $100, which would give an evaluation of $100 billion. Beyond Meat, 8.47 billion or $0.27 billion. Nowhere close to a $10 billion market cap. I would rather gamble on this. I believe in the fake meat category. I believe in saving the environment. I believe that this stock could be potentially worth $1,000 in the future. 5 years down the road, I'm not saying it's going to be like instantly. I'm going to say like 5 years down the road, I think this thing could be $1,000. So yeah, 500. I don't know if this is important, but they raised $525 million. This is the investor presentation, and everybody wants me to talk about Aurora. I'm not going to talk about Aurora. I will make a dedicated video tomorrow for Aurora. Not a dedicated video. I will talk about Aurora tomorrow, but this video is about Nikola Motors. I'm still kind of digesting everything, and I have to re-listen to the earnings report again, so I'll give you my consensus tomorrow, what I think, but I also might be able to do, I might also do a dedicated video over the weekend on it. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this content. Give me a thumbs up. It helps my channel grow. Subscribe for future updates, and have a great day. Bye.